of oxygen not included with the agricultural update. Actually, this time you will see something from the new update, and for me it was freaking exciting, and I hope you will find it as exciting as I did. I will show you a little bit later in the video. But meanwhile, we're just gonna continue on from where we left off last time, which was basically building the water basins. And in this occasion, we go up and we start building also the polluted water basin. We also pick up some stuff along the way, and I think we are also gonna plan out our electrolyzer cell in this episode as well. So I hope you enjoy it. I will meet up with you in a little tiny bit when we're building that. But well, before that, I just wanted to point out how we have queued up the pipes going into the farming cells, and I haven't even started those yet either, because of the the air stuff and whatnot. But we do have the pipes going up there, and I also made it so I had noticed in another playthrough that the water pipes would only reach 6 at a time if you put it like that, like in a row. So I tried to have 5 and 5 because it was for the aesthetic, and also because to have the little thing in the middle, and because our floors were already that length. But also I made them branching so we could in any case use that, just line up the tubes and water the whole thing. I'm not quite sure. I think the liquid pumps are strong enough to water a lot of the flowers, a lot of the plants. But I haven't really, explored how much that is, like how many plants we can have with a single pump or anything like that. So we'll see if we are able to do more. I think it has enough capacity to do that, but we're gonna check it out. So I'll leave you with that. I hope you enjoyed the rest of the video, and thanks for watching. So here I am building very like what we had in our thermal upgrade playthrough, this oxygen cell in which we can produce the oxygen. So my plan here is to have, we're gonna have 2 electrolyzers, and the whole setup really just how we had it before. I think it should work fine with this update as well. But I'm also, my plan here is to, have a hydrogen generator somewhere and pump the hydrogen there. But also we're gonna try to make it so that our oxygen can flow to one of our ice biomes and get cooled down, so we can pump it into both our farms. I think having just one for that should be enough, maybe. I don't know. And then the other one just pumped it down to base. When we were doing our playthrough for the the thermal upgrade, we only had 2 and we had a huge base and it was more than enough oxygen. And in any case, we still have the algae deoxidizers, so I'm sure it'll be fine. At least I hope so. So we'll see what happens with that. natural gas geyser. I mean, I didn't see it when I was editing the videos, but we have found, as of cycle 100, two natural gas geysers. And I think that was the second one. Maybe I missed in the editing the first one. And I always keep missing it. I always have to look for them because I always forget where they are. And I think that one is a little bit more easily accessible. But I'm very eager to go and make a sort of structure there and to get our not our hydrogen on, our natural gas on, and have plenty of electricity forever and ever. I kind of wanted to talk about this since the first video of this playthrough, and it's that when we were doing the thermal upgrade playthrough, I think I mentioned it at some point that once we have like 12 dupes, we play around with the jobs and just get them to do, you know, what we want them to do based on their skills. However, I felt like you know, during this playthrough, I did have to play with the jobs a lot earlier on, just because, well, maybe it was because we were only cooking mush bars, but I did have to like play around and make sure that somebody was always cooking, so I made them not run around, I made them not be able to dig or build, just so they would always be cooking. And at this point, I sort of regretted getting that 9th dupe because our food was not like stable enough. So I had problems with that. I made I think I'm dedicating at this point 3 dupes to cooking. And eventually we're gonna get a second micro musher just because it wasn't enough. What we were making of food, it wasn't enough to sustain 9 people. I even considered killing one of the dupes off so we could just go back to normal and have 8 dupes and enough food for them all. But that didn't happen because I love each and every dupe that I have in my base. But that was sort of a problem. Oh, never mind. That's our second natural gas geyser. And you can see I I barely missed it. I was just like, wait, what? That's a geyser? I was utterly surprised. But I do feel like the other one is a little more accessible. Maybe not. We can play around with seeing which one of those is better for us. And maybe we can do both. Who knows? I don't. Are you guys ready? Are you guys ready to witness one of the first agricultural update new things that we do in this base? We are gonna make some pepper bread. That's right, some pepper bread. We got some pepper nuts from the outside world, and enough wheat to make some pepper bread. And we were almost starving at this point because we have 9 dupes and we can't feed them all. But we were able to do some pepper bread and witness some dupes eating happily the pepper bread. I'm not quite sure what quality it is. I think it's good. It's quality good. So that was super exciting for me. I was like, oh my god, this is so cool. Look at that! Look at that! It's a pepper bread! It's a pepper bread! We made that! We made that! Not with the plants that we planted, but we made it anyway. Isn't that exciting? I love that! I love it! So there you go, guys. We have almost finished our contaminated water basin, which is a key factor to our farming. We found a natural gas geyser, 2 in fact, and we made our first new recipe, pepper bread. So excited. So you can see that it basically took us about 80 cycles to get to this point, and we haven't even done a bunch of the new agricultural things. But we are well on our way. We are well on our way to do much bigger things. Hopefully there will be a lot of pepper bread in our future. That was the only batch that I could make. I made 12 pepper breads. And all our dupes ate it and they looked super happy eating them. I was so happy about that. But this is the end of this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you are as excited as I am. I think things are looking up for us, and I am very excited to see what else we can do with all the new things. That'll have to be until our real-time playthrough status, until we get to cycle 100, which will be in another episode, cycle 80 to 100, and we will tune up a few things. We will pick up a few more things, but in all, we are doing very well, and I'm very happy with this base. I hope you guys are too. So thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you all next time, and thank you. Bye.